Good evening, crewmate. Captain Andy here. Here for a little bit more fun with Final Fantasy XIV to help Clalin get through the quest that she can finally get through a realm reborn and onto the rest of this magnificent story this game has to offer. But prior to doing that, as with previous streams, I want to milk as much of this story out as possible. And today we are now starting in a new city. We finished up the job and class quest in Ul'dah. Now we're at Limsa Lominsa to see what wondrous stories this place has to offer. Of the jobs here in Limsa Lominsa, we have Marauder, which is a tanking class, Arcanist, which is a DPS magic class, which can split off into two parts, which I'll explain when we get there, probably tomorrow, as well as the melee DPS class of the Rogue, which eventually becomes into Ninja. So we're going to start off with Marauder, where as you can see, by the weapon the Clalin currently has behind her, this job focuses on axes. So without further ado, we are going to jump straight into this. As soon as it lets me, there we go. And I'll give a little bit of history of Marauder, at least in Limsa Lominsa. I suppose it's not that huge of a deal, but still a cute little thing. Alright, so if you look at the map, we're in the upper decks, the second floor of Limsa Lominsa, upper decks. If you look at the map here, as you can see right here, you can right away see that there's the Marauders Guild to the north part of this area. But this was not always the case, as back in 1.0, the Marauders Guild is actually in the lower decks, on the first floor. So we're actually going to quickly show you where it used to be. Then following that, we're going to go upstairs and start off with the quest. Actually, for this, I need to use New Game Plus because I've already done the quest line for this. So let's quickly just start this. Marauder. Since olden days, the axe has been inextricably bound to the seafaring culture of Limsa Lominsa, a fact that is attested by the existence of the storied Marauders Guild. Under Guildmaster Renzoin's guidance, you embark on the Marauders path, and your duties soon lead you on a mission to save a young boy and avenge his family. Commence. Yes. Now, as with previous job classes, such as Gladiator Paladin, Monk, Pugilist, and Thermagist Black Mage, this can take about 2 to 3 hours, so strap in, we're in for a good couple hours here. Alright. So just give a brief history of Marauder here. The original location of the Marauders Guild is actually this boat at the bottom left-hand side. The Astralicia. So we're going to just make our way towards there. We're going to bypass that place and go around this way. Can actually see it from here? Not easily. Wait there. We'll get there. Just want to show you this quick little area, and then I'm going to move on from there. There's that boat right there, the Astralicia. I guess to me that's what stood out about this guild, is that its guild was literally in a pirate ship, which added a little bit to the cool factor. Now I think you can get the step dancer from here as well as some other quest lines. It's also the location of one of the vistas. What the? Wow, he's having a hard day. Alright. We're just going to keep going forward here. Hey, for those that are joining, thank you for joining. Hope you're having a fantastic evening so far. If that is Lena, hi Lena. Alright. So yeah, this used to be the area for the Marauders Guild, and much like we see here now, you're able to explore, talk to whoever was talkable, and just to explore this area really. Not much here, so let's keep going up. Haswab. Myriad. Yeah, so this used to be the original Marauders Guild, but obviously with Reborn, that has since been changed. So we're going to go to the new location, which is in the upper decks, the northernmost part of the upper decks. And let's go through the probably the most congested part of Limsa. Here you'll find all sorts of interesting events. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's not the focus of today. Alright, so let's probably faster to just go this way. So from here, we are going to be heading, we're going to turn left to head north. And much like with other, okay, this place is actually interesting. I forgot to mention. This Coral Tower actually used to be another guild, which a lot of us in 1.0 thought would be a new job class coming in the future. You can see from the left-hand side this tabard and logo. This is the Marauders job symbol, twin axes. On the right-hand side, though, it's something different. It's actually two muskets. This used to be the headquarters of the Musketeers Guild. I don't think it actually was called that, which had us thinking they're going to come out with a gun class in the near future, Musketeer, which did not exactly happen. We do have a gun class now. Get the name off the top of my head. Hang on. Machinist. And yeah, the Machinists use guns. So this was the first thought we had getting guns. I think they made notes towards that, but then eventually happened. And essentially, both of these are sharing the same building now. And in particular, Marauders, I believe, are on the top floor. And if you want to go to Musketeers, it's at the bottom. I'm not sure if they're called Musketeers anymore. Let's go find out. Never mind, they're not going to tell us. It's going to be a new game plus. Okay, because this building encompasses both Musketeers and Marauders Guild. But we're not here to become a Musketeer. We're here to learn the ways of Marauder. Hey, VG247, thank you for joining. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a fantastic evening so far. I don't see anything here for Musketeers, aside from the sign. All right. So let's get this started here. We're going to talk to Blathota, who looks like she's really wants to talk to us. She's leaning in. She really wants to get to know us. All right. Ho there, adventurer. Curious about the Marauders Guild, are ye? Any axe worth wielding needs two hands on the half, and has a blade. What can? Wow. Any axe worth wielding needs two hands on the haft and a blade what can chop clean through a galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon our members train to use with deceptive swiftness and brutal force. If you're ever mind to make the Marauders art your life's work, then our guild welcomes you with open arms. What say ye, lass? Keen to join the ranks? Of course. Well then, here's a bit of guild history so you know what you're getting into. It all started with ships, you see. What have ships got to do with axes, ye ask? Well, building it would be pretty bloody difficult without a sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself knows when a ship will run afoul of a storm or worse, it makes sense for the crew's carpenter to carry an axe on board. But any tool on the ship can become a weapon, and the axe is perfect for hooking herself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose in a whirl of steel, and generally laying waste to all about ye. As more seafarers took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the marauder began to take shape, specifically among pirates, where strength and skill decided your place in the world. With an eye to assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper way to wield their chopping blade to their new recruits, and that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. After the Clalin Accord was signed, though, the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirate elements. It has been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no greed-driven cutthroats neither. They were warriors what sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. AVG247, going great so far. How's your evening tonight? Hope you're having a good time so far. We're here just going to play a little bit of 14 here, about a good 2-3 hours worth, because that's how long these quests will take. Oh, nice. Awesome to hear. I'm not sure if I'm much for blogging myself, but this is called a video blog, I guess. But it's awesome that you're blogging. For sure, I'll check it out. I'll wait till I'm done my stream to check it out. Hope you don't mind, but I will check it out for sure. Thank you for letting us know. Be happy to check it out. Any games in particular that you like to blog about, or just... My goal for my channel, that's... was something I've been thinking for a while. Right now, my goal is... my current project is just to show the story of Final Fantasy XIV, as I have some friends who are not able to play Final Fantasy XIV, and I figured this was a great opportunity to do so, as the character I'm playing right now, Clalin, was my 1.0 legacy character, and I just want to milk as much story as I can from this to just show my friends, show for myself, and for anyone that might be interested. So as for a general goal, I guess would be just to have fun. If that changes in the future, that might possibly will change. I mean, just to have fun. I do play other games other than Final Fantasy, such as Phasmophobia, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That Twitch page. I'm sure that's good and all as well. Like I said, this is mainly just for a fun fact for myself, and if people want to come and watch, I'm more than happy that they come and watch. I would gladly share time to spend with them as well. Alright. Remember, this new Marauders Guild were no greed-driven cutthroats neither. They are warriors that sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. Still keen, are ye? Think it over. Then let me know if you decide to join our ranks. You've decided then. Then, you ready to join the Marauders Guild? Alright then. All that needs doing now is to speak with the Axe Master himself. Sounds simple? I've seen folks slink out of the door rather than putting themselves in the path of that unnerving glare. That's the bloke right there in the middle of the room. Wizorn's his name. Put some steel in your spine and look him straight in the eye when you talk to him, lass. Good fortune to ye. Sure, by all means, you can mention my my channel onto your stream. By all means. As for Discord, I have a Discord user. I don't have a channel for myself. It was something I was thinking of doing possibly in the future, but not just at this, not exactly at this moment, but for sure in the future I was thinking about that. Alright, I can give for sure my Discord user ID. One moment here. Can probably chat a bit more once I'm done finishing my stream as well. But here, let me just quickly get this here. And then I'll go back to my stream. One moment, please. Here we go. Where can I find it? Where can I find it? One sec, folks. Sorry for the wait. Sorry, you kind of caught me off the... I believe it's Clalin hashtag 1818. I can verify that in a moment. I do apologize, it caught me a little bit off guard here. I wasn't planning on showing that right away. Yeah, Clalin, number sign. It would be this. I just whispered that to you here, so if you're from there. Alright, I'm going to continue on with this. Yes, I'm Werzion, Axemaster they call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree, but one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest into our guild. The art of the Marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries. We seek to overwhelm them. A Marauder must be the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. we must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt, the question has already been put to you by Blathota. But once more shall I... No doubt the question has already been put to you by Blathota, but once more shall I challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits an initiate of the Marauders Guild? Of course I am. Very well. Your name? Attend me well then, Clalin. Hold fast to the moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is a jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will oft times be your own. I present you this axe as a symbol of your commitment. Your first lesson shall be how to hold it. Now grip the haft with both hands and sit yourself in a solid stance. Ooh, first quest completed for Marauder. Now, my own history with Marauder and Warrior is that I was kind of forced to level this up. Not that I didn't want to. 1.0, you need to have this at level 15 in order to get Paladin, my job of choice. But one of the later missions in Final Fantasy in 1.0, I guess it'd be the last dungeon, really. Castrum Novum, which is now called Castrum Sentry, the one in Mordona. It was much preferred to have warrior tanks than paladin tanks for that, and I was having a hell of a time trying to get to a party that would accept my paladin, so I just leveled my warrior up. And ironically, once I got into there, I used more of my paladin skills, so you can cross-class skills, or use skills from another class into there with another one, such as Flash, which I've used more than the others. And the other two warriors died. I don't know. It was just a weird set of circumstances. In either case, we won and got to move forward from there. I do see it, and I have accepted. Don't know who this person is. But you, I know. I've spoken to you for a couple moments, so I've accepted it. You should have received a confirmation of that. Alright, let us continue. My first axe. Aye, you cut a striking figure, Clalin, but heroic posing is unlikely to cut a swath through your enemies. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat, as befits a novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay the bleeding, scurrying, crawling pests that plague the outskirts of Limsa. Lost lambs, wharf rats, and little ladybugs shall be your piteous adversaries this day. Return to me once 3 of each creature has fallen to your blade. Alright, believe these can be fought middle. They're all in the middle. Alright, guess we're in the middle. We're going down to the lower decks and we're going to go from there. Alright. Here we go. Lower decks. Bulwark Hall. And let's continue on this way. Close this up. Hey, for those that are joining in the last few minutes, thank you for joining. Hope you're having a fantastic evening so far, or day if it's daytime where you are. I guess hope you're having a great time. Thank you for joining. Do my best to try and keep you entertained, but at the same time, have fun when you're here. Alright, just destroy these rats. And the ladybug. These guys are over here now. ladybug. Now for 4 lambs. 3 lambs. Bah. Ram horns. Back in the 11, those used to back in the day, at least in Final Fantasy 11, ram horns used to go for quite a decent price back in those days. Not so much anymore, but such as times. Going back like 20 years. Yeah, probably 20 years by now, yeah. Slowly make your way to the guild. Yeah, so after this, yeah, so I'm gonna do Marauder Warrior today, and tomorrow I'll do the other 2 action type jobs, which would be Rogue and Ninja, as well as Arcanist and Scholar. I'm not sure exactly which one I'll start with tomorrow. I'll figure that out tomorrow. If I want to play chronologically, I'll probably go with Arcanist and Scholar, as Rogue Ninja did not appear until a later patch. Yeah, it's probably the best way to go with that. Yeah. Alright. Where's Zion? You have returned to me a different woman. Already your face shows a harder cast, a realization of the slaughter of which you are capable. But there is much training to be done before you wield the axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make of each swing an instinctive act. Every blow of your weapon will clear another step forward towards the mastery of the Marauder way. Implacable, relentless. Such must be your momentum on both the practice grounds and the battlefield. And the next quest is at level 5. Luckily, we're at level 62, so we should be fine. Clalin, you approached me with a Marauder stride, determined, unswerving, and bereft of the hesitation that marked our first meeting. I am pleased. The time has come for you to begin a new stage in your training. Now, what sets the axe aside from the gladius or the dagger? It is the raw, unstoppable destruction wrought by its thick, heavy blade. And that overwhelming power can only be properly directed by extraordinary physical strength. Thus, we have come to the core of this day's lesson. Such strength as a Marauder must possess is developed through a traditional method passed down through generations of the guild, a method that you too shall be taught to employ. Present yourself to Brombar in the practice area downstairs, and he shall instruct you further. Alright, we'll go down the stairs. Brombar. The Axe Master told me you make your way here. My name's Brombar. Good it is to meet a new Marauder. That must be the musketeers I'm talking about earlier, with the those with the muskets. Looks like double barrel muskets. Now, we axe wielders build strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right, our traditional method involves smashing a rock with your axe. But you can't just use any old swing. You need to hit the rock just so. Rockheim, a fellow Marauder, is waiting just outside the Zephyr Gate, by the bridge over the Rogue River. She'll tell you how it's done. Alright. Now, is that lore or... Oh, it's middle again. Okay, sounds good. Let's get rid of these. Yeah, my style of gameplay for this is, as I mentioned, going through the storyline, trying to milk the story as much as I can, as well as narrate it. So, if those are looking for a speedrun, unfortunately, this is going to be the furthest from a speedrun. I do apologize if that's what you're looking for. That being said, I still welcome anyone that would like to join. You're more welcome to have fun, chat. I'll do what I can to keep up with the conversation that is ongoing. And go from there. Alright, so it's north of here. Greetings, lass. Ready to split some stone, are ye? I have 3 nice hard rocks for you to build a sweat on. Don't try nothing fancy now, just hit him with a good, solid, heavy swing. Alright. Next. Next. Done. Is that it? Alright. That's the way to do it, lass. Now you've got the idea. Why don't you have at him a little harder with that heavy swing of yours? Hold nothing back. Alright. Next. Next. And done. Aye, I can see you're a natural. Me head's to ring from the sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself back to Axemaster Rizion and let him know you're ready for something harder. Aha. Alright, let's go. This way. Keep going north. Has the training loosened your muscles and focused your mind, Clalin? An urgent request for help has arrived from the Red Rooster Stead, and I have chosen you to respond. It appears a hostile group of megalocrabs has unwittingly elected itself the next test of your prowess. As this is your first outing on official Marauder duty, you shall be accompanied by a veteran conjurer by the name of Salkwib. She awaits you on the floor below. May devastation follow in your wake. Indeed. Here she is. Or he. This is she. Hi, Clalin. I know who you are. My brother often has me escort its fledgling marauders on the more dangerous tasks. I suppose Wurzion expects me to give you the details then? Very well. It seems the farmers need us to clear out a megalo crab near the Mourning Widow and Lore Lenosha. I shall trust you to find your own way there. Just don't forget your axe. Okay. I suppose my way of doing this, similar to what it would be like in Realm Reborn. Although Realm Reborn had those crystals as well, but as I said in previous streams, this walking around allows you to enjoy the scenery, the work that the game's artists have put into developing this beautiful game. Although it's a little bit difficult now because there's a bunch of fog everywhere. And I do teleport around too. I just find that teleporting also takes away from the allure of the game. Well, I understand wanting to get through the story as quick as you can to get to where your friends are to play with, and I'd be lying if I didn't do that myself. But I always at times try to make time to just enjoy what the game has to offer as much as possible. I know for some this may not be the most pleasurable way, and I do apologize, as I mentioned earlier today. This is not going to be a speedrunning video. It's going to be a nice, enjoyable way of playing this game. I don't always have the time to stream, as I am a single father. I have 2 great children, and, well, kids come first. My family comes first. And that being said, I do enjoy spending time with you guys as well. That's why I'm here. Alright, so how far north do we have to go? Not that far, okay. If I'm out in the field and I have a feeling we have to go far, then I'll just jump on my chocobo and then go with my chocobo. But if I'm going from city to city, I'll take a chocobo porter. Maybe just because I like being difficult. I don't know. Alright. I feel this may not take long. Or maybe it will. Looks as if nobody's home. Mayhap they knew we were coming. Aid! I need aid! Please, it's my grandson. Them snippers got him. I told Sigurd not to get too close. I told him. Get that weapon ready, Clalin. We need to move now. Indeed. Let's go. And there's a lighthouse way in the far distance. Yeah, it's a megalo crab or 2. Level 9. Okay, no problem. Alright, let's have some fun with this. The bugger and shit! Get away from me, you bloody great bastard! The stair. She gives the boy the stare. Get lost. Shooting fish in the barrel almost. Oh, you're dead. Got room for one more? Can't let the novice have all the fun. Alright. That's it. End of that.
Thank you, miss. I thought I was dead for sure. I can't even play outside no more. With all these scary monsters about, me ma and me pa, they were both killed by some nasty bugger not so long ago. An oryx big as a mountain. But I bet you could beat it. Aye, make him pay for what he did to me folks.
You take it easy now, son. There's a whole guild full of strapping lads and lasses like Clalin here who'll be glad to do just that. All you need to do is head home with your grandpa. You let us worry about that big nasty bugger. Consider your first duty a success, Clalin. It's time you headed back as well, before Wurzion begins to worry you've left your corpse for the crabs. Or I've left your corpse for the crabs. Yeah. Alright, let's go back here. Alright, now we go back to the Marauders Guild, hand in our quest, and continue from there. Yeah, for as long as these quest lines are, at times they're kind of good this way. It lets the story flesh out. Yeah, just based on, I know I spoke a little bit earlier, but I have a feeling that this quest line here is going to last about a good 3 hours, give or take. I've already been going at this for about 45 minutes, so for those that are wondering, I'm playing on the Primal server, Lamia World in particular. I really should update my profile a little bit more on Twitch. Yeah, I can do that tomorrow, perhaps. So, you shatter the shells of the megalo crabs and save the life of a child into the bargain. Thus does our violent craft prove its merits. Well done, Clalin. Though no longer a threat to the farmers, you should know that it is unusual for such crabs to be found so near the stead. By all accounts, the creatures were ousted from their usual feeding grounds by a more fierce beast. The beast of which I speak is a known terror in the land of Lenosha, ever seeking to expand its territory. And that boy's parents were but two of the many victims to fall to its rampages. It is a threat that must be dealt with ere long. Do thoughts of vengeance flit through your mind, Clalin? Nurture these urges. Do not act upon them yet. This monstrosity is far beyond your present skills. If you would answer the lad's cry for revenge, then you must grow stronger. Become the raging behemoth this challenge demands. Clalin, I have gathered what information I could concerning the beast that young Sigurd bade you slay. The tales name this creature Kujata. Those who have witnessed Kujata in this terrifying flesh also call him the Stampeding Mountain. Such is his immense size and bulk. Again, I do not seek to dissuade you from claiming vengeance for the boy's parents. In fact, I encourage it. But to topple this lumbering colossus, you must first become his equal in strength and ferocity. As a single step towards this distant goal, I send you to Blind Iron Mines. We have had word that folk are falling prey to the claws of the local galagos. It is your task to protect the weak from these unruly creatures. Learn to channel the rage inside you and let your axe blade sing in righteous slaughter. Galagos, I think those are monkeys. Blind Iron Mines. I think that's northwest of Lower Nenosha. Yep, northwest. I've been in AR for way too, or yours in way too long. Yeah, part of me does miss 1.0, but at the same time, I'm glad it changed. Then again, it's one thing seeing the game grow while actually being a part of that game, or really part of anything, whether it's a company or a job. It's cool being able to see it grow from pretty much at its lowest points and just gradually make its incline to probably one of the most known games out there today. Right, I'm not running up there fully. I'm gonna take out my chocobo. So of all the jobs this place has to offer, I think for Lintel and Mitch, I'm going to keep Fisher last, just because of how long that could take. It can take a while, unfortunately. And what I will be doing with that, I'm also going to be using a certain website to help me, because, well, some fish are very peculiar in how to catch them. Monkeys! No more monkeys. Let's go back to town, guys. We're done. We did our job here. Let's continue on. Yes, teleporting would be much quicker, but sec, guys. Alright, here we go. Welcome back, Clalin. Your actions have saved many from needless injury and anguish. But though your efforts are to be commended, there is yet much work to be done. Kujata, the object of your vengeance, has trampled a farmer's wagon as he thundered through the lands of Tillage Rest. The foodstuffs spilled from the overturned wagon has attracted all manner of hungry predators. Without produce for the market, the farmers will surely suffer of coin this season. Your duty is thus clear. Put down these rapacious scavengers and preserve the cargo. Okay. And where boots do I see this? Middle of Lenosha this time. Alright, so we go down. Hang on, guys, I can just quickly get this done. There. Keep going. Let's go here. Go have some fun way over here. Looks like it's about past the 2 minute. Yeah, it's near the big drop-off point. It's been once that I've done these. Alright. Don't think I need a chocobo for this far. Nah, we're good. As I mentioned, this will take some time, so for those that stay, or you're more welcome to stay, I do appreciate you being here. Just have some fun. From here, I go this way, around. Good. Yeah, with Clalin, I get the added advantage of just being able to walk through pretty much anything at these low levels without worrying about aggroing anything. Warriors are fun class. Oop, overturned Wayne. What do we fight? What do we fight? What do we fight? Plane Strider! Plane dead. 2 more? Whoop! 2 down. Alright, we're done. I should take my chocobo back. I'll sell those when I get to the NPC nearby. Once again, your capacity for carnage has been tested and proven. The creatures you defeated, however, were merely some of the many... The creatures you defeated, however, were merely some of the many base scavengers that subsist on the scraps left in the wake of Kajata's rampages. To face Kajata himself, you yet require far more training. But do not despair, Clalin. An axe master and fellow marauder. As axe master and fellow marauder, I swear. I will not rest until I've taught you how to wring every last ounce of power from your weapon, till the blade of your axe can slice cleanly through the thickest hide, the most knotted muscle, the densest bone. This menace will fall by your hand. Brutal strength. I see you have been diligent in your training. You need not tell me in words. It shows in your bearing, in your unwavering gaze. It is time for you to once more lift your axe in service to the guild. There have been reports of a sizable creature roaming the outskirts of Aleport in western Lanosha. This monster is no Kajata, but the threat it presents to the locals is nonetheless sufficient to warrant our attention. It should also prove a worthy foe to test your burgeoning prowess. How to find this beast? Well, I am fortunate enough to count among my acquaintances a veteran hunter and archer by the name of Reinfred. He took up residence in Aleport some years ago and will gladly aid you in this task. With Reinfred's assistance, you are to track down this prowling danger and provide it swift and bloody passage to the afterlife. May your axe swing true. Now, to get to Aleport, there are two methods. Well, if you count teleporting, 3 methods. 1, quickest, teleport. 2, you can walk there or take a choco there. Or 3, the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to take a boat there. Because why not? It's a boat. We'll be coming back this way later on to get the culinarians. I think other crafts, I might just start with culinary and get that going, and then I'll work on the blacksmithing and the armor craft later. Let's go this way instead. Airport. Yes, sir. 40 gil? I can afford that. And it brings you right into Aleport. City to city. Or city to town, really. Right here, I believe. There you are. One of Wernzio's girls, are you? Why, I've known that spat since he was knee-high to a... well, he was always kind of a big fella, was Wernzio, and now they call him Ackmaster, eh? Not a subtle lot, you marauders. So, I suppose you're here to hunt down our local trouble. What you need to do then is take yourself northwest towards Camp Skull Valley and give a good whistle. The mean bugger you're after, his name is Papripatan. Papripatan. By the by, will come run across the weeded plains. You think you're trespassing on his territory, see? So you better have that cleaver of yours ready. Alshon's blessing be with thee. With ye. Thee. God, I'm old. Got a whistle here? Okay. There's gonna be like a dog whistle going. Yep. Oh yeah, there you go. Hello, kitty. Down, kitty. Bad kitty. Bad kitty. I'm gonna broom. Bad kitty. And because you got to go back to Marauders Guild in Linton, I'm just going to take the boat. Try if you keep yawning, folks. Not my intention to yawn, but it is a natural function of the body, so. Now, if the game has me going from, say, Limsa all the way to Gridania or Quarthus, I'm just going to teleport to Quarthus. I'm not going to walk from here, take the boat from here to Vesper Bay and then just walk. No. New. I've been in contact with Renfred, and he had not but praise for you, Clalin. Your representation of the guild has been exemplary. There is one more task I would have you complete this day, a task that would demonstrate for you just how strong you have become. Report to Skafgrim, where he awaits at the bank of the Ageless River, and he will help you unveil the untapped power of your axe. Woo! Untapped. That'd be Middle Lenosha? Yes, it would be. here, we take a left. Oh yeah, right by the Ageless River. After this bridge. Right next to the other bridge, but not exactly on the red bridge. I don't know why I did that. Hang on, guys. I think we have here an A rank. I'm just gonna get rid of them. Just help low levels around here. Yes, I do not have Royal Authority yet, nor Clemency. That requires me to do Heaven's Ward quests. I need to have access to Heaven's Ward, which will happen eventually, just not yet. You're gone. Thank you. Ooh, big rock. Aye, lass, I know why you're here. And after seeing that big old boulder, I'd wager you know why you're here too. Now, Murok's a bit more of a challenge than those pebbles Rockgrim had you training on. To crack this beauty, you will require a relatively heavy swing. Impossible, you say? Ha! Rosion wouldn't send you out here if he didn't think you capable. Alright. Done. You better be done. Ha! Would you look at that? And on your first attempt, too. Well, I guess it's back to the Axe Master for you. Alright. Thanks, buddy. Even for an island like this, the amount of work that they put in, you can even see the Ogamaru mountains from here. And in its mines. Well, this is the mountain in its... I guess it's top? This is a... Yeah, the artist did a beautiful job with this game, and they all did. From the artist to those that program and render this into what we see here now. Let's go this way. Let's talk to Mr. Axemaster and see where we can go from here. I knew you would return before long. The deafening crack of shattering boulder reached me even here. This fearless strength deserves recognition. You shall have it in the form of a new technique. Adopted and perfected by our guild forebears, the tomahawk throw was first devised by pirates as an opening attack on closing enemy vessels. Though we primarily focus on close quarter combat, you will no doubt find that having a powerful ranged strike at your disposal greatly expands your tactical versatility. I sense that the impending confrontation with Kujata weighs heavily on your mind, Clalin, but hurried swings would lead to glancing blows. There is no swift road to attaining the peak of mastery you seek, only a steady, measured ascent. His shoulder pads reminds me of a dragoon. Woo! Learn tomahawk! Clalin, there is trouble afoot. Do you recall the lad whose parents were slain by the beast Kujata? The boy's grandfather, Nidard, has recently contacted us with worrisome news. Young Sigurd has gone missing. There have been sightings of Kujata in the area, and it would seem that the child felt compelled to seek the creature out. Are you familiar with the boy and his tragic tale? I would have you attend this matter. My sister, Salkwib, awaits you at the Bismarck. She has been apprised of the situation and will aid you in plotting a suitable course of action. Bismarck would be right down here. Turn left and go up around the bend. She could have poured us a drink. So rude. Oh, she's smoking a pipe. Ah, Clalin. I assume you're here to discuss the missing child, and not to sample a bowl of mutton stew? First things first, I would advise against rushing off to peer under every rock in the countryside. We need more information to direct our search. I suggest we head to the Red Rooster Stead and learn what more we can from old Nidard. Red Rooster Stead, that's in Lower Lenosha, I believe. Yeah, that I'm gonna take a chocobo too if it lets me. I know this takes us to Middle Lenosha, but the chocobo porter is down here. So we're going this way. Red Rooster Stead. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, that's good. Alright, continue on. We're already here. Alright. This way, I assume? Up here. Sounds more like over here, maybe. Alright, okay. Probably inside, maybe. Let's go check inside. There you are.
Thank the God you're here. Seems me grandson set on causing naught but trouble for ye. But surely you can see how the lad is feeling. How he's boiling with hate for that murderous beast. And last time when you came along like an avenging angel and showed him the strength of your steel, well, you lit the fire in his belly. He must have gotten his head to take revenge on the beast himself. Daft little bugger. Any road, once you heard Karut has been spotted near airport while he shot through that door like an arrow from a bow. And I ain't seen him since. I beg he find me a little cigarette before he gets himself stomped to death. That big bastard Aurochs has spilled more than enough of me kin's blood.
Our course is clear. We must set out for airport at once. An old acquaintance of mine, Farstim, often stands guard at the port gate. He might know something of the lad's whereabouts. Alright. Chocobo Porter. Yeah, let's go to Limsa. Then we'll take the boat to airport. All right. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go with what I originally said, had in my mind for tomorrow, or next time I stream will be, it will be Arcanist and Scholar, and I'll explain more about how Arcanist split into two different paths. Followed by Rogue and Ninja. Yeah, that's how I'll do it. That's how I'll play it. Farstim. Have I seen a boy wandering about by himself? As a matter of fact, me and my fellow gate guard here just watched a young lad trapezing off to the north. We were arguing whether or not to abandon our post and bring the child back ourselves. Large packs of jackals have been prowling the wilds of late, so if you mean to head after them, pray do so quickly. Hells, I might even pass along word to the Marauders Guild. You'd be better off with an extra blade or two at your back. Sigurd's Waterskin. Alright, that happened. Marauder has quite a few battle scenes, I'll give it that. Have you found any sign of Sigurd? This water skin is filled with more holes than water. And this, to be called a proper satchel, this would need an arm strap and a bottom. He must have been in a desperate hurry indeed to cast away his belongings in such a careless manner. I myself came across this wood axe, a tool the lad took from the stead. From the stead, perhaps? Gods below, Clalin, over there! Proceed. Who's Gajata? Fighting a boy wielding a stick. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. You know, their prayers out for blood. Watch our flanks. More I found descent. Down, puppies. Step aside. Step aside. Rosaline? He breathes yet. We withdraw to the Red Rooster's stead. Follow my lead, Clalin. Why does that thing attack the kobolds? I mean, that would be helpful. Alright, this is going to be one of the instances I'm just going to teleport. We're not going to run back and forth. No. I can't. Oh, great. I forgot Red Root said does not have its own teleport crystal. It's fine. I mean, I think there's a chocobo up between the two places. That would make it traveling a little bit easier. I'll take that as the right chart to go at the beginning, though, because just to save a little bit of time for this. It's one of the few times I'll use it. That's where we go. Alright, while this is going towards the chocobo area, I'm going to make myself scarce for a quick moment. I need to make use of the washroom. I must relieve myself. I shall return in a couple moments. I have returned. Thank you everyone for waiting. Oh, hello. What does the fan have to say? Nothing? I must concentrate. Pray do not disturb me.
You brought him home. I don't got the words to thank you.
The lad's past the worst of it. He struck his head in the fall, though, and it may be some time before he opens his eyes. Thank you for coming, brother. If you hadn't scattered those jackals when you did, I've done naught to earn your thanks. When I learned of the situation from Airport, I realized the dangers were greater than I had anticipated. No single marauder could have hoped to fend off such numbers in time. Pray accept my apologies, Nedard. You turned to us for help, and yet your grandson now lies before you, broken and battered.
You risked your lives to save little Sigurd. How's a man to find fault with that? It's me ought to be begging forgiveness for the wounds he took protecting me, me foolish boy.
You needn't concern yourself with our well-being. Our training prepares us for such eventualities. There is not more we can accomplish here, Clalin. It is time we return to the guild and focused on other tasks. Take this chocobo all the way back to Liminsa. Again. So there's going to be 2 more Marauder quests. One is the next one, obviously. With the second one being the culmination of the Marauding storyline itself. After that, we'll begin the warrior portion of the stream. The warrior job itself. And one good thing about chocobo porters is, unless I have mistaken and it's not happened to me yet, if you use a chocobo porter to go from place to place, you will not get aggro from mobs. Doesn't mean you can't get hit. If you chocobo runs through an AoE as it goes off, you'll still take damage. But as far as I know, there's no no aggro that you can generate while on your chocobo, which has its advantages. Time for the Marauders Guild. Yeah, so I knew this was going to last about a good 3 hours, although some time was taken just to chat with our friends in the chat room, which I'm perfectly fine with. That's actually cool. And for VG247, thank you for engaging with me today. It's nice to meet a new friend. And here we go. I'm glad the lad will live, but I fear this will not be the last time Sigurd abandons caution in his thirst for vengeance against Kujata. The wound in his heart festers and seethes, feeding his impatience at our seeming inaction. But we must not think ill of the boy. Instead, let his helpless rage be our spur to our efforts. I say again, Clalin, Kujata will fall by your hand, and I will shape you into the deadly weapon you need to be. Yay! Clalin, our near disastrous encounter with the pack that follows Kujata has been preying on my mind. The overwhelming number of the beast was beyond aught I had imagined. Even the most dedicated marauder could not hope to carve through that snarling wall of flesh. And if we cannot dispatch the pack, then Kujata remains beyond our reach. Thus, I have prepared for you a trial that will unleash your deepest reserves of destructive strength. As before, Salk will await you at the Bismarck to guide you on your path. Do not squander this opportunity for growth, Clalin. The pride of the guild itself rides on the keen edge of our axe. Bismarck, what am I doing going down here? Getting tired. Bismarck it is. You've heard from my brother. Ha! The pride of the guild, eh? My brother's placed quite a burden on your shoulders, it seems. But, from what I've witnessed, if any marauder has the skill and determination to put down Kujata, then it is you. And there is, of course, the matter of Sigurd's vengeance. You don't want to disappoint the poor boy now, do you? Let us be about this trial, Clalin. I shall meet you at the Salt Strand in Lore Lanosha, where your training is to take place. Well, naturally, I will be there. Without me, you'd like to forget to tend your wounds and bleed to death. Okay. Salt Strand. So we go to Camp Dry Docks. Not Camp, Port Dry Docks. I guess it is Camp Dry Docks. If I actually look at this. Morby Dry Docks. Morby, my bad. All right. Big dog for a fate. Padfoot. I think in Final Fantasy XI, Padfoot was a sheep. A sheep in dog's clothing, wolf's clothing. There you go. So, yep. Well, we have to go to Morby Dry Docks. The Salt Strands are actually to the west of it. So we're going to go there now. I wonder if I can find megalo crabs here. Essentially, there's a B rank there. Barbastel. Man. Well, this should be the place. I don't see. Do you sense that encroaching aura of violence, Clalin? Pray, unlimber that axe of yours. Let's go. Hedgemoles, let's go! That seems to be the last of them. Compared to what we faced before, though, it wasn't terribly. So, this is the indomitable Clalin Seraph. Who in the seven hells are you? Wait, is that? We have deemed you worthy of our challenge. Come, Marauder, let us test the edge of your steel. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Nameless attacker, of course. Someone familiar. On your guard. We're not done. Just stun the guy. It seems my underlings have provided you with poor sport. Very well, I shall take your measure with mine own blade. Do not show me quarter, Clalin, for I shall surely show you none. Okay. Didn't we just fight? Prepare to be tested. Alright. Oh, I've got a stone skin. Spent already? Our battle has scarce begun. Dude, you're the one who fight well, Marauder. Now you will see what you are truly made of. I'll kick you in the nuts. I yield. Your strength has humbled us all. It might just be enough. We are done here, my colleagues. Drag away those who cannot stand. Huh? Your display of prowess was truly impressive, Clalin. Worthy indeed. What a ridiculous charade. Does he honestly think we can't see through those paltry disguises? Though I am confident my brother's act was not born of malice, rather, he hoped by concealing his identity that the trial may seem more threatening, thus increasing its effectiveness. Not an entirely successful undertaking, but one must appreciate his intentions. It is time you return to the guild. Oh, and do me a favor. Pray indulge Rizion in his little deception. Subterfuge is not a marauder's forte. Right. Wait, that was your brother? I thought it was really mean to try and hurt us. Alright, let's move us on out of here. Alright, let's go to the report back and go from there. Alright, one more quest with the Marauders Guild. Well, two technically. Next one should finish off the storyline for Marauder, and the one after that will be the beginning step for Warrior. Clalin, I have heard skirmish of Clalin, I have heard of your skirmish on the Salt Strand. You did well to topple opponents of such formidable skill. But let us not dwell on the nature of those masked men. What is important is your triumph in the face of overwhelming odds. Your fellow Marauders are honored to have you swing your axe in the Guild's name. They stand before you, one and all, as you prepare to overcome your greatest trial yet. Aye, the time has come for you to bring Kujata's bloody rampage to an end. When next he rears his horrible horned head, you shall be ready to bury your blade in his skull. Clalin, your confrontation with the beast is at hand. Kujata has made his presence known. Reports place the creature in the northeast of the Red Rooster Stead in the vicinity of the Grey Fleet. There is little more for me to say but this. Harness all the strength you have built through your labors of sweat and blood and unleash it full fury upon Kujata and his menagerie of scavengers. Sigurd yet lies abed, trusting in your strength and praying for your victory. I ask that you go to the lad before the battle and tell him you venture forth to fell the object of his vengeance. Such news should cheer his ailing heart. The time has come, Clalin. May your axe strike deep and true. Now we go to meet Sigurd at the Red Rooster Stead. This is taking a long time. Kupo. Po. Gotta sell those things very soon.
Clalin, I'm sorry for making trouble. No, I deserve what I got. It's me own fault for not believing in ye. But you came back anyway, and now you're gonna take that axe to Xacha's head, ain't ye? I know you can beat the bastard. You got to.
Oh. Might be as I'm sticking me nose and where it ain't wanted, but I couldn't abide the thought of you facing that monster solo. Kujata's got his friends, so it's only fair that you've got a couple too. And what are friends for if not to lighten your load? I already did some of the groundwork for you. Seems like a farmer and his wain have fallen victim to the fiend's pact. If you follow the trail of destruction, it'll lead us to the big bugger himself. I heard Kujata has reared its ugly head again, and reckoned you'd not be too far behind. I hope you wouldn't object to me lending what aid I can. We've been through much, you and I would see this tale to its end. Brumbar, well, he felt much the same. So here we are, a pack of two to offset the ravenous beasts that follow in Kujata's wake. Oh, not that far north. Alright, let's go. Hurrah! Oh, my legs! You find a pot that appears to have been dragged from the farmer's wain. Wonder what's inside. It's a bird! You find a barrel that appears to have been dragged from the farmer's wain. Oh, what happens if I inspect the barrel? Something's gonna come after me? It's raptor food. It's dead. Splintered crate. What's inside here, I wonder? You find a crate that appears to have been dragged from the farmer's wain. Alright. Ooh, a giant oxpecker. Yeah. Overturned wain. Proceed. Let's get this show on the road. Oh, hello. Wow, because that's just went down fast. Take it back, he's dead.
Clalin!
It appeared our timing was fortuitous.
The Axe Master carried me here so I could see. He did it. He really did it.
But of course.
Oh, Pa, see? Clalin killed the bastard. He's finally dead. Thank you. Thank all of you. Clalin, do you reckon I could learn to swing an axe like that? When I'm bigger, I mean, I want to protect folk too. Keep them safe from, monsters and things.
Stare. If you drain hard, the nut is beyond your reach, young man.
Then that's what I'll do. I'll train every single day. You'll see, I'll be the strongest hero there ever was. Toodles!
Nice young boy. It is done, Clalin. You have answered the boy's prayers and upheld the pride of the guild. Hold your head high, Marauder. I shall be awaiting your triumphant return to Limsa Lominsa. Well done, Clalin. I knew from the first moment we met that you would rise to meet any challenge. I saw it with my own eyes, and I can still scarce believe it. He brought down the mountain. Alright. Right. Let's go finish off this Marauder quest, and then we'll start off with the warrior side. let's continue on. Let's put an end to this Marauder quest line and continue on the path of the warrior. That was a truly mighty feat, Clalin. Never have I seen a marauder so dedicated to attaining the pinnacle of her discipline. In recognition of your achievements, I, Axe Master Wernzion, pass on to you our guild's final technique, the thrill of battle. This technique teaches you to embrace the fear and danger of combat, allowing you to push well beyond the normal limits of your stamina. Though the thought brings me both joy and sadness, there is not more I can teach you. May the memories of your time here at the guild sustain you as you strive for ever greater heights of perfection. Experience now shall be your tutor. There will always be greater foes and deadlier challenges on which to test your blade. Of that I am certain. You enter a realm of our craft in which even I have never set foot. I only hope that when you reach the very boundaries of our art, you will return to share your triumphs with us. Until then, Clalin, may your axe ever swing true. Thrill of battle. And that is the end of the Marauder questline for Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn. And now we're going to continue this with the Warrior Path. So New Game Plus again. Tank quests. Here you go. Warrior. Part 1. The Way of the Warrior. Long thought lost to the sands of time, lives on in a village on the northernmost edge of Abalathia's spine. The tribesmen's number dwindle. However, Curious Gorge has journeyed down from the mountains, seeking one capable of harnessing their inner beast and carrying on his people's fighting traditions. After seeing you battle at his side in Costa del Sol, he believes his search may at last be at an end. Let's start this. Here we go. Ah, Clalin, just the woman I was hoping to see. Aye, it's plain as day that you've no equal in our guild, and I have a task I'd entrust to no ordinary marauder. To wit, I just received a message from an old comrade in arms of mine, who now serves as a guardsman in Costa del Sol. It would seem the fighting's grown fierce in those parts, and he finds himself in dire need of reinforcements. Mind you, this man is no white-livered whelp. He can wield an axe with the best of them, as evidenced by Master Jijaruju's paying good coin for the services he and his men. No, any enemy couldn't flush. Any enemy who could fluster that bunch is not one to be trifled with. I've met Saltglobe on ahead to tend to the wounded. Seek her out upon your arrival, and she'll apprise you of the situation at hand. But before I go, bibbidi bobbidi boop. So Costa del Sol, not a problem. Alright, let's go to Costa del Sol. Taking this morning view here in 14. It is almost 7 a.m. Look at this beautiful morning view. Hey, for those that have joined us, thank you for joining. Hoping you have a fantastic evening so far. Or morning, if that's where you are, or afternoon, wherever that may be. Hope you're having a great time. We're just commencing now the warrior aspect of the Marauder class, well, the warrior job itself. Yeah, and as I figured, this can take about a good 3 hours to complete. I think after this, there's what 6 quests in total for the warrior job. So if that's the case, that's the case. La da 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 la da 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 la da 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 da. So you are by the Aetheryte shard, okay. There you are. Sulkwib. Right next to the delivery Moogle. Clalin, ever the sight for sore eyes. A nasty bale of turtles has been preying on this area of late, snapping and gnashing at everything in sight. Why, even the best men that Master Jizaruru could buy themselves no... Wow. Well, even the best men that Master Jizaruru could buy find themselves no match for the creatures. Word has it that it was the beast that have... Word has it that the beasts have been sighted swimming in from the lightly guarded northern shore. I would send you there to investigate the cause behind this burgeoning numbers. Alright. Fell demon. What are you doing, buddy? All right, let's proceed. turtles. Is he a Beastmaster? Ugh, damn it all, Clalin. We must see to these beasts. Has a new job, limited job come out. Beastmaster, go! That was easy. Seven health. There's no end to them. Prepare to fall back. I'll see to the shellbacks. You will just try not to end up as turtle grub. That axe, I've not seen its like in. Good, we must do what we can. Really? Ah, turtle fell on me. Splat. That should send them skirting back to their nest. You can call me Curious Gorge. And one remark about that name and I'll rip your ugly heads off from your shoulders and suck the marrow out of your twitching spines. You two are guards from close to this all, I reckon? Not as such. We are of the Marauders Guild, sent by Axemaster Wiseon to assist in the defense. I am Salkwib, and this is my comrade Clalin. From the guild, you say? Well, blow me down and call me a boogie. Had you told me sooner, I'd have introduced myself with proper respect. You're Clalin, right? We've only just met, but I can see in you a strength not found in ordinary women. What say you unleash the beast within and become a warrior with me? A warrior, you say? So it was you I saw brandishing battle techniques I had thought lost to the sands of time. Lost? Perhaps in these parts, but where I come from, the way of the warrior is alive and well. My tribe has been handing them down for thousands of years. Yet our numbers dwindle with every new summer, and that is why I left the mountain where I was raised to come here. What say you, Clalin? If you would walk the path of the warrior with me, seek me out at Hidden Falls. Alright. The the tales, but never once did I dream that I would meet one in the flesh. My memory is cloudy, but many years ago, it was said there was a young marauder in the company of heroes who would unleash crushing blows, theretofore unseen by his comrades. When the company disbanded, he vanished, never to be seen again. Might this be Curious Gorge? I cannot vouch for the man's identity, but there can be no denying display of strength we saw today, nor that he has taken a liking to you, Clalin. This could be an opportunity for the ages. Hidden Falls, was it? We're an eye in your boots. I would best be off there without delay. I guess I'm going to visit Curious Gorge a lesson. I knew you would come, Clalin. Let us begin. Any woman can take up an axe and call herself a marauder, but to become a true warrior, she must prove she can tame the inner beast that guides the blade. I witnessed your battle with the turtles, and I must say I was impressed. You've proven yourself far more worthy of this than I could have imagined. In your hand lies the soul of the warrior, a crystal within which the deeds of 1,000 warriors from history are recorded. For countless generations, the soul has been passed on to those of my tribe who chose the path of the warrior, to guide them and aid them on their journey. When your inner beast awakens, the ruins will resonate, further empowering your will and granting you such strength as you have never thought possible. Today, there is cause for celebration, my friend, for through you I have ensured my tribe's legacy will endure. Yes, it is for this day, this moment, that I came down from the mountain. Yet, however earnestly I pursue my goal, I cannot deny the fear inside me that my mission will ultimately end in failure. For you see, while I style myself a warrior, the truth is that I left the mountain before my training was complete. While I carry with me the chronicles of my ancestors, detailing the ancient arts of war, I lack the ability to fully decipher the texts. Yet there may still be hope, for there is another who fled my village, one who shared my dream of passing on the teaching of the tribe, and can read the tome, my brother. Without him, I fear there's little more I can teach you at this time. But that will not discourage me from continuing my studies of the chronicles, nor shake my belief that future secrets will soon reveal themselves to me. Until then, I ask that you use the knowledge I've passed on to you and continue your training. You must strive to harden your will so that you may endure the strain of future burdens. Good luck, my friend. Warrior unlocked. 35. Alright, yeah, so 6 more quests in total. Oh, warrior. Welcome back, my friend. I can see that you've not neglected your training. For my part, I fear that deciphering the ancient chronicles of my people is proven to be a much more demanding task than I had imagined. Mind you, it hasn't helped that I've been somewhat preoccupied of late. A comrade of mine from my days in the company of heroes asked me to do a favor, and it's taken me back and forth across the realm like some bloody fairy. I'm on a hunt for some mysterious feral beast that has been terrorizing small folk. People don't know where this monstrosity came from, but witnesses say its thirst for blood is unlike anything they've ever seen. Ultimately, the time I have spent in pursuit of the beast Ultimately, the time I spent in pursuit of the beast is time I have not spent studying the chronicles, and I'm sorry to say that I have made little progress. However, while on the road, I was able to decipher one passage that may be of interest to us both. From what I can gather, the chronicles tell of an ancient set of armor forged by my ancestors in the flames of the Seven Hills, and inscribed with the same arcane incantations that adorn the soul of the warrior. It would seem that this mighty armor was passed down from hero to apprentice for centuries, until one day, driven by rage and vainglory, cast all 5 pieces of from Abalathia's highest peak. Since that day, the armor has remained lost, and with it, the power that it harbors. As far as I can make out, the next passage of in the Chronicles concerns the whereabouts of these missing artifacts. Though I've only been able to make sense of the odd word thus far, I must confess to some excitement. Imagine what a warrior clad in such garb could achieve. If only my brother were here, he would decipher the text. We could decipher the text together and spread the teachings of our people through the entire realm. Alas, he is not. His whereabouts are as hidden to me as those of the ancient armor. I would have liked to meet him, if only so you can look upon a true warrior. Well, perhaps you still shall. Eorzea is as large as most people perceive. It's not as large as most people perceive. Paths cross, fates intertwine. Such is the will of the spinner. It may be that my brother's chosen a similar path to mine, but I have rambled on long enough. You're here to take the next step in your training, and so I shall oblige. In the southern regions of Clalin is the Sagoli Desert, a god-forsaken wasteland of naught but sand that stretches as far as the eye can see. It is here that the Leviathan of the Dune lurks. A sandworm of gargantuan proportions. When facing this mammoth creature, you will soon realize that feeble hacks and slashes of your puny axe are ill-suited to the task of felling such a foe. But do not let this dissuade you. Wake the slumbering beast within and summon forth the strength that transcends the limits of your physical form. Mind you, first you must find the beast, and that might prove a tall order in itself. The Ute tribe that inhabits Forgotten Springs is wise of the movements of the denizens of the forest. Should you want for guidance, I'd wager he can set you in the right direction. Alright. Yeah, this is something you're hearing in a teleport too. The Leviathan of the Dunes? Saw the fearsome bigger not a week ago, preying on a group of merchants south of Bargot Strike. The smart ones dropped their wares, then turned tail and ran. The dumb ones, well, at least they say they died rich. That's rough. Aye, I've seen the beast. Stands 3 moms high, he does. And stirs up sandstorms with each writhe and wiggle. Showed up in my hunting field some years ago and has been swallowing up my would-be prey in that gapping maw of his ever since. Sandworms are particularly sensitive to vibrations of the earth. Such are those made by running. If you're looking to summon one of the beasts, then I suggest you search for their tracks. Then run about making as much of a clamor as possible. I would also suggest you seek a cure for your badness. Okay. Chocobo time. Ah, Clalin, your crystal grows ever stronger. And found the raging sandworm, the beast within you slowly but surely rouses to wakefulness. When next you do battle, methinks you will find yourself capable of movements heretofore unfamiliar to you. When you have mastered your new talents, return to me. In the meanwhile, I shall continue my study of the ancient texts. You hear the whispers of the village's ancestors. Hello again, my friend. It is quite obvious that you have been anything but idle in your training since last we met. Your progress is heartening to look upon, truly, but it also serves to remind me that each hour I spend poring over ancient texts is an hour not spent honing my skills. I feel my worth on the battlefield is diminishing by the day. Yet I am certain that my studies of the Chronicles will yield something of use. In fact, just last night, I discovered how the warriors of my tribe came to be shunned by the outside world. Upon witnessing my people's prowess with the axe, the armies of the city-states began to incorporate similar techniques into their own training regimens. These are the self-same techniques that I've been instructing you in, Clalin, ones which call upon the inner beast. The consequences, of course, were dire. Yes, their shoulders became nigh on unstoppable, but they have also become wholly uncontrollable, and with friend and foe fell prey to the ensuing carnage. Of course, the heads of the city-states laid the blame on these atrocities solely at the feet of my kind, promptly banning the ancient art and imprisoning anyone suspected of teaching it, or so the Chronicle says. What I find hard to grasp, though, is that never once during my training did my brother hint at this dark history, nor have I found myself ever seen, nor have I myself ever seen any of my tribe succumb to the rage that the Chronicles describe. Could it be that the tales are mere falsehoods? Stories concocted by some long-forgotten enemy who could poison our heritage and befoul our tribe's name? Who in their right mind would seek to sully something so pure, and why would my ancestors simply bow their heads to such ignominy? That my people should be so weak, so utterly bereft of pride, is inexplicable. I refuse to believe it. It matters not if these claims are boundless. If they prompted my tribe's art to fade into obscurity, then the damage has already been done. Well, I, for one, will not turn a blind eye to this injustice. If none of my people would give the lie to the stories that have been so tarnished our reputation, it shall have to be me. But once again, I lose myself in history and forgot the present. If you recall, I spoke to you about my former comrade from the Company of Heroes, and the great woolly beast we have been pursuing. The beast remains on the loose, and to toss a pond's of salt on the wound, fell creatures that appear to be its minions have been wreaking havoc on the innocent residents of Wineport. Were you and I to succeed in quelling the threat, surely the people would see the warriors are no fearsome beasts, but valuable allies. Together, Clalin, we will win back our proud name. Now, let us away to Wineport to meet with the captain of the militia. My friends, Wineport, Wineport is much obliged to your aid. The fiends come relentlessly, and what few able-bodied men we have find themselves hopelessly overmatched. Indeed, the western gates have been so besieged that they are currently left without any man defense. Leave the defense to us, my good man. I will secure the western gate. Clalin, you defend the town from the east. Together we will form a bulwark that not a single fiend can penetrate. Once the enemy has been driven back, we return here to back up the captain. Got it? Okay. Oh no, relentless raptors. Thank the 12 you're safe. We we have need, we have need of your skills yet. I just heard a scream and I fear one of the beasts might be loose within the village. Come with me.
You monsters! Get away! Get away! Monster? But I...
Come no closer, Clalin. I beg of you. I must return to the falls. Whatever has gotten into Kira's gorge, just truly fought like a man possessed, but to mistake him for the very beast he hunts. Methinks that child's parents have been feeding her a few too many ghost stories for her own good. Worry not, friend. I shall speak to the villagers and clear up this most unfortunate misunderstanding. Do return to the falls and assure Kira's gorge that Wineport is indeed indebted to him for his aid. I'm just gonna fly over it this time. Clalin, please forgive me for leaving so abruptly earlier. It was a hasty reaction to a situation for which I was completely unprepared. While both you and I know that I was in complete control of my inner beast, I now realize that to the layman's eye, it may have seemed that, well, the opposite was true. Mayhap it was this very misapprehension that lent weight to the lies which led to my tribe's disgrace. And if that's the case, then perhaps I should return once more to the Chronicles and endeavor to reassess their message in light of this discovery. Speaking of light, your soul crystal, Clalin, it sparkles. Does the soul of the warrior have aught to reveal to you? And with any whisper of import? If only they haven't forsaken me as they did my brother. Yes, well, I suppose that is that. I must continue my studies, and you, your training. I hope to have something new for both of us. I hope to have something new for both of us very soon. Until then, my friend. Mithril Tempest, which I've been using anyways. Welcome back, my friend. I was just wondering where your travels might bring you back this way. It just so happens that I have some exciting news. I have finally uncovered the clues pertaining to the whereabouts of the lost armor of my ancestors. As it turns out, after the fallen hero cast the 5 pieces from the mountaintop, 5 of his people set out to recover them, intending to restore their master's name. What is more, they were actually successful in this search. However, when it came to reuniting the set, the armor's great power began to work upon their minds, and not one can bring himself to relinquish his piece. Realizing that their master's fatal pride was born of the artifact's combined influence, the pupils resolved to keep the pieces separate, and to share between 5 the power that might otherwise have consumed one. Thus did each of them carve his own place in history. The chronicles go on to say that a few years later, prior to death, each of the pupils returned to the scene of his own greatest victory, and buried the artifact in his possession in an attempt to prevent any one warrior from holding the set. And it is there that the pieces still rest. You must be interested to know that the armor I wear is itself a replica of the set crafted by my ancestors, identical in all respects save for the lack of the arcane enhancements that adorn the original. I know what you might be thinking. If you were to bring the 5 pieces together once more, what would prevent us from being corrupted in the same fashion? Well, I've thought of that. What we need only do is trace the ruins we find on the armor. What we only need to do is trace the ruins we find on the armor onto every piece of warrior gear. That way, there'll be no need to worry about a single proud fool becoming drunk on his all-surpassing power, as every nation in the realm would be possessed of the same same might. It's quite brilliant, if I do say so myself. So, how about we split up and begin the search straight away? 3 of the locations seem quite self-evident. I would entrust the search there to you while I track down the other 2 with tome in hand. One piece is said to be buried under the great rocks in Boulder Downs and Corthus, while another slumbers peacefully at Camp Tranquil in South Shroud. The last three rest untouched at Parata's Peace in Western Thanalan. Unearth these relics and bring them to me. With any measure of fortune, I'll have tracked down the remaining 2 by the time you return. Yeah, I'm just gonna teleport for these ones. Alright, this one's grabbed. Next, Camp Sonic Tranquil. And last, Parata's Peace, wherever that is. Probably Thanalan. Emerald Salamander. Piece of fighter's armor. Now Thanalan. Very weak. Make for the waking sands. Alright, talk to Curious Gorge now in Lenosha. How fares your search, Clalin? Have you found aught of my tribe's ancient relics? Should you have the 3 pieces of armor, don them and show them to me? Oh, Christ. Ah, Clalin, that you found the gear is most gratifying. But what I truly fancy would be to see you in it. Wait, stand still for a moment. That armor so becomes you that I cannot tell you had it on at first glance. Now Now I have no doubt. I sense the power of the runes inscribed on each piece resonating with your soul crystal. This is a long-lost armor of the warrior. I, too, have never found one of the relics, but I have run into an unexpected rub. When I donned the piece, I felt nothing, as if the lost spirit were no different from the unadorned replicas already in my possession. Whether the power has been lost to it, or needs to be awakened by means yet unknown to me, this I cannot say. The ancient text still holds many mysteries beyond my ability to decipher. But before I forget, I should mention you that I did indeed track down another piece before I was laid by this current conundrum. You should find it sealed away at Red Mantis Falls. He's having me chase. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Oh. And we continue east from here, southeast actually, or southwest, sorry. Hello, Red Mantis. Alright, let's go back to Courage Gorge. Yep. I saw your search was a fruitful one. I'm pleased to say I've also gleaned some insight into why the armor I found seemed devoid of power. As I alluded to, the ancient warrior's armor derives its power from a accordance between the incantations engraved on the steel itself and the inner beast of the warrior. But my own resonance with the plating was too weak as to allow a person proper connection with it. Now I think I know why. My soul crystal. It has only burned bright. It has once burned bright like yours, but since the events at Wineport, it has been reduced to a lifeless husk. Why this happened, I cannot say, but the tome is quite clear about what would happen near the powers of the armor be bestowed upon one whose soul is weak. The inner beast would be devoid of the mind of the wearer, who would go on a mindless rampage that would end only with the mercy of death. Yes, not unlike the crazed fiends we battle. I believe that the armor sensed my weakened state, foresaw the potential danger, and then knowingly shut off its power for me. And I dare say we are fortunate that it did. I feel as though an apology is in order at this junction. I must tell you, I left this final piece of the armor where I found it, the breastplate, as the piece closest to the warrior's heart. Has power far greater and more dangerous than the other pieces. Uncertain as I was for the reason for my being unable to connect with the plate's mystical energies, I feared to take it would mean imperiling both myself and those around me. Your soul may burn brighter than mine, yet still I worry for your fate were you to put it on. Look deep within yourself, Clalin. When you feel ready, and only then, come speak to me again. Okay. You would truly seek the ultimate relic of my people? The armor that could consume the very soul of the most poisoned warrior? Very well. If you are truly convinced of your readiness, I will not be the one to stand in your way. But I beg of you, Clalin, the moment you feel yourself losing control and your inner beast overcomes you, cast the armor aside. Cast it from the highest mountain into the deeper depths of the ocean. I care not. Once the beast consumes your soul, there is no going back. You will rage on, a monster leaving naught but carnage in your wake. The realm will bleed and history will repeat itself. I cannot allow this to happen. No. My people have been shunned long enough. I would see the coming of a new age in which warriors protect the weak and are loved and admired by the people of the realm. My years of battle and sleepless nights have been spent poring over the ancient texts. All have been for this day. Brother, I know not where fate has led you. And yet I feel certain that, in spirit, you stand with me today. Together we will restore the honor of our people. You must forgive my sentiment, Clalin. As I said, this has been a long time coming. The breastplate you seek is in the highlands of Corthus, at the spring they call the Weeping Saint. I will stay behind. The events at Wineport still weigh heavy on my heart. Alright. I guess I'm teleporting to places like this because I'm not going to be going back and forth. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is going over the 3-minute mark. I think because chat I had earlier today might have skewed the time a bit. But I'm on the last 2 quests of Warrior. Curious Gorge likes to talk lots. Hand over the breastplate, Clalin. After much wrestling with the thought, I simply cannot entrust such a relic to an outsider who may be overwhelmed by its power. I return now to Hidden Falls. If you would have words with me, then come. I will not run away. Clalin, I am sorry. I did not mean for things to happen like this, but I had no choice. I have wrestled long and hard on this with the matter, but this is my decision. I cannot trust you with this power when I do not even trust myself. Aye, that's right. I won't attempt to don the plate again, either. Nor will anyone. Not until I have proof that there is one with a will strong enough to withstand the beast's hot siren call. Peer deep within your soul, Clalin. Peer into the eyes of the beast that stares back at you. Can you truly say that you can emerge the monster in battle and emerge victorious? I shall return to the tome. If there are any answers to be found, they lie within these pages. In the meantime, continue your training that you might find an answer of your own. All right. Woo! Learn Steel Cyclone. Last quest for the Warrior Subline. Quest line. Subline. Wow.
Clalin, there's much we must discuss, but now is not the time. You surely recall my mention of the hunt of the bloodthirsty creature terrorizing the small folk? I've just received word that self-same monsters has been sighted near Wineport. What is more, according to those who managed to escape the carnage, the creature appeared more man than beast. If this is true, then a quarry can be far more dangerous than any wild animal. I must find a way to stop it. I must find a way to stop it. This is my chance to prove to the people of Wineport, and nay, the world, that my tribe and my art has been wrongly judged. Perhaps then my ancestors would deem me worthy. I think even my brother would too. There is no time to lose. We must arrive in the hamlet before any of the villagers fall prey to the beast. Let us leave at once.
Alright, this is going to be one of the few times I'm going to do this. I am getting tired. I'm pretty sure some of you noticed my eyes are just getting very heavy. Last battle, I hope. Thank the gods for your presence. Wineport is in your debt once more. Fell creatures bear down upon our village in hordes, as if drawn by that great hairy beast. You must stop them. Clalin, you fend off these creatures. I will see to the beast. This is my battle to fight.
It's the monster! It's the beast! Run for your lives!
Oh no. Stop! These people are not your enemy. The enemy lies within. You are stronger than this. Take control of the beast. Do not let it consume you. Brother!
Look at what you've done. You're destroying all that I worked to restore. The fate of our people rests in our hands, brother. Your weakness could cost us everything. I cannot let this happen. I will not. Our ancestors must have chosen me to lead our people to glory, and no one shall stop me. No one, no one, no one. It was I who unlocked the secrets of the Chronicles. I who trained you in their ways. I who uncovered the locations of the legendary artifacts. I who defeated my tribe's greatest hero. I am the master now. I am the master. Return to me what is rightfully mine. Give me the armor. Or I shall tear it from your bloody corpse. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm getting tired, so I think it'll probably be the last battle. Well, that is the last quest, so. Clalin, you must stop me. I have failed. I failed you. I failed my people, my ancestors. I have failed my own kin. I found out long ago what had become of my brother, but did everything I could to deny it. I thought that if I could only prove myself stronger than he, the people would see his madness as the product of a weak mind. That they would believe the problem lay in him, not in our tribe. Yet all the while my own soul was gnawing, growing weaker and weaker. The inner beast had taken hold, and it would not let go. It drove me, as it drove my ancestors, the keeper of the armor, and my brother. Our tribe had lost sight of who we were. In seeking ever more strength, we allowed ourselves to fall victim to that which we had long scorned and others as weakness. Instead of learning to harden our wills with resolve, we steeled them with anger and threatened lay our folly. Like a bonfire, anger burns hot and bright, but when the fuel that feeds it is spent, all that remains is ash. By accepting the danger of our guide, by accepting the anger as our guide, we left our wills at the mercy of the inner beast. But not you. Your will is more akin to the lava which courses through the mountains of my homeland. It burns us strong, nay, stronger than any bonfire, and when it cools,
it becomes hard and firm, unbreakable. This quality allows you to keep your inner beast at bay. Many people were once as you were now, Clalin, and I believe that this is why my ancestors chose to speak to you. They sense true strength within you, such strength as could rightly represent our people and our art. Sorry about that. Had I but realized that myself, none of this need have happened. Well, what's done is done. If I am to have any hope of restoring my people's name, I must start over from the beginning. And this time, I mustn't try to do it alone. It may take time, but together, my brother and I will restore our village to its former glory. And when we have, I shall remember Clalin, my friend and fellow warrior, and how she saved me from myself, that my dream might become reality. Alright. Wineport is in your debt once more, Clalin. And what is more, we have seen the truth with our own eyes. Pray tell Curious Gorge as much, and that we will be relying on him for his protection. He is a true warrior, and our humble hamlet would be lost without his strength. Yeah, we're just gonna go straight over here. Do apologize for my fatigueness during this stream. Thinking perhaps I should have kept this Marauder Warrior timeline until tomorrow, but it is what it is now. I may redo this in the future, just to make it more cohesive. We'll see. Welcome back, Clalin. Despite all that transpired, the captain at Wineport wouldn't trust his village defenses to me? I know not what to say. It's been a long road, but thanks to you, I have rediscovered what I lost so many years ago. I will see to my brother's wounds, and once he is well, we will embark on the path of the warrior again, engraving the lessons we have learned in our souls, never to be forgotten. Curiously, the moment I did avow this to myself, my soul crystal began to shimmer anew. I see yours too grew stronger than ever. It would seem my ancestors have once more bestowed their knowledge upon you. This power. Why, this is a power that I've only read about in the tomes. Nay, a power entirely beyond my comprehension. To think that I once doubted your resolve. No, you have truly conquered your inner beast and become a true warrior that I could ever hope to be. Know that you stand before me, the equal of my tribe's greatest heroes. Ever steel your resolve, Clalin, and go forth into the realm and protect those who need your strength. With you representing us, the redemption of my people, the new era I seek is surely close at hand. And that, my friends, is the end of the Marauder and Warrior questline from a Realm Reborn, Final Fantasy XIV. That's what I'll do. Alright folks, thank you once again for joining me for this evening stream. I apologize for the length it took to get to this. There are a couple of elements that probably made this longer than it could have been. But we reached the end, and with this, I'm going to be ending this stream for the evening. For those that like what you've seen, please click on follow, click on like. You'll be notified of any future videos, which there will be. I'll be back again tomorrow to work on the Arcanist and Scholar storylines. Prior to finishing off tonight's stream, we're going to raid somebody. Exactly whom, we'll find out in a moment. Let's see, who would be someone we can raid tonight? Let's refresh the page. Quan 2-3. Right, everyone. Thank you once again for joining. You all have a good night. Take care. If it's daytime where you are, have a great day. And I shall see you all later on tomorrow. Take care.